Demo 3, Customizing the Dashboard. While the data is still open from the previous query, let's assume that instead of a manual change of the subnet address, the actual issue was the host itself. And to further monitor this, we want to set up a dashboard of vMotion events that happen from that particular host, especially ones that have failed. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to keep vMotion in this search bar here. Now, there are a number of ways we can add the filters for the ESXi hosts. The ones I'm going to use now demonstrates another way of Log Insight's versatility and power. So go ahead and click on the Add Filter button here. And where it says text, go ahead and click on that. And we're going to go ahead and type in host name. Now you can see it's already populating the field name in there. Now we can go ahead and we want to make sure that it contains this data. So we go ahead and click on the data field here, click on it again, and it gives us the option of some of the entries that it sees there. So I don't see tenant in there. So I'm going to just go ahead and start typing it in there. And you'll see all of the entries for tenant in there. And we're going to click on tenant ESX01, ESXi01. And we'll go ahead and click on the search button here to update our results. And you'll see the results up here at the top. And you'll also see the results at the bottom. Now, the next filter that I want to add, I don't know what the field is, but it doesn't matter. Because with Log Insight, I can highlight the text inside the raw data. And based off of that, it's going to pop up with a context menu to add a filter based on the word that I have highlighted. So I'm going to go here and search for the word failed. And I found it right here. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight it. And it automatically pops up with a context menu. Go ahead and click on the contains failed. And you'll notice that it adds an additional field down here at the bottom. That says text contains and the word failed. So that is exactly what we want. And as we can see here, in the graph above, we can see the amount of times that it has failed. And then also we see all of the raw data down below that is associated with those episodes. So this is great. I'm happy with this. However, I'd like to go ahead and have this set up so that I can see this at a glance without having to do all of this this typing that I've had to do at this point. Granted, this is not a whole lot of typing on this one, but eventually I'm sure that I will have queries that are much more complicated. So what I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to go ahead and add this to my personal dashboard. So I'm going to go over here to the button. It says Add Current Query to Dashboard. I'm going to click on it. I'm going to give it a meaningful name. So count of failed vMotion events over time from tenant ESXi01. And I'll go ahead and leave the widget type to chart. And it's going to my dashboard. And I'll go ahead and click on Add. Now, let's go ahead and take a look and find that. So we go over to Dashboards, and My Dashboards, and we'll see count of failed vMotion events over time from tenant ESXi01. And go ahead and change the time if need be to go ahead and show the proper time range. And you can see here that we happen to have these events right here. And each one of these has 8 events associated with them. Now, if need be, I can go ahead and change the chart type, or I can edit it, this particular query, in Interactive Analytics. If I do that, it will come back to Interactive Analytics, and it will go ahead and bring back all of the fields and criteria that I have specified previously in there. So I can go ahead and make additional changes if need be to it. And when I'm done, I just come down here to the bottom and click on the Save. And I can return to my dashboard, and it is now available to me. Now I can also at any time click on my little button over here and rename my dashboard, and I'm going to call this my vMotion dashboard. And so now I have my vMotion dashboard available to me. And this has been the video of how to customize your dashboard and your queries.